Welcome back to another video on Clue Classic. We are going to play a brand new game, and I realize it's been a while since I did my last video, so I had to go back and look at what were we doing last time. So my last game, I won against two inspector computers, so in this game, I'm going to add a third computer, also on inspector mode, and see if I can win. And I'll go ahead and pick somebody else instead of Miss Scarlet so that I don't start first. How about Mrs. White? Sure, let's do that. So I'll be keeping some notes here on the side, but I'll also be keeping notes on a pad of paper myself. Mustard's going to be the first one to get into a room this game. The lounge? Maybe. Oh, there I go. Good guess. Refresher from my last video. On the inspector level difficulty, which these computers are now all on, they can and do sometimes make suggestions with cards that are in their hand. So in other difficulties, I could have said that Mustard definitely did not have these three cards if he's asking about them, but on this difficulty level I can't say that. So it's possible that Mustard has one or two of these cards, but the computers down here who have to show, they cannot lie. So I know factually that Mr. Green does not have any of these three cards because he says he doesn't here, which means he definitely does not have them. Obviously, I don't know which of these three cards Peacock is just shown, but by taking my own notes here, later on in the game, I should hopefully be able to go back to this guess and deduce which card she might have shown. But for now, I don't know. Let's pick some other random stuff. How about plum? How about a candlestick? Yeah, Mr. Green's guessing a completely different thing himself. So we're all branching off and doing our own thing at the moment. What do we know on ballroom? Here, that it's not Peacock for the ballroom. It is not Peacock who has Mr. Green. And wrench I have. So that means that of the cards that Mustard could have shown, it only could have been either ballroom or green. Well, this isn't very helpful. Peacock just exactly copied Mr. Green's guess, and so of course, once again, Mustard's gonna have something to show. Probably the same thing he showed a second ago to Green, but I'm not sure which of these two cards it is. So I still can't really do anything with this guess. I guess I'll go ahead and follow all the rest of the computers and head up to the northeast corner of the board. Everybody's now piled into either the conservatory or the ballroom. Green has revolver. Okay. Oh, there I go to the kitchen. And I have the wrench. Once again, I'm not sure what Peacock showed here. It wasn't the wrench because I have it. But it could have been Mrs. White, and it also could have been the kitchen. So, I don't know. Here's an interesting one, because I have conservatory and I have wrench. So I have my choice of what I want to show, but first let me make note, if I don't have it already, I don't, that the Mrs. Peacock card is definitely not being held by Mustard, because he just said he doesn't have it. So I already showed conservatory to Mustard, so I'm going to show Peacock the wrench. I'm going to show her something different. I feel like that might be a good strategy to mix up what cards I'm showing to which computer so that I'm not showing all of them the same thing. So that maybe I can get different computers to kind of go on a different path. Oh, you had Peacock. Oh, okay. You're going back to ballroom, so that means you probably didn't get an answer about it before. Or it means you have this card. It's the only reason you'd be going back. Mustard, wrench, I have. So let's see, on this guess, once again, I'm the one who has the wrench, but we already saw in a previous turn, Peacock said she did not have the ballroom, which means that I know Peacock had to have just shown Colonel Mustard. So, that's free information for me. Thank you. Alright, so what do we know here? I don't think anybody had guessed the study yet, so that's totally open. Mrs. Peacock, Green has, but Miss Peacock has not found that out because I get to show her a card first before it went over to Mr. Green. And the only card I can show is the rope. Why are the computers bobbing between ballroom and kitchen? I mean, as far as I can tell, they are both possibilities. But are the computers ahead of me? Do they already know that for sure? These aren't inspector level computers. They figure this stuff out really quick, so it's possible that they have already kind of narrowed it down to these two. Maybe? Oh, hey look, here's an interesting pop-up we never get. The kitchen door is blocked, so I will have to use the secret passage to the study. Is that why Colonel Mustard just walked over here? Just so that he could barricade me into the kitchen so that I couldn't roll to get out? To perhaps the ballroom? Green, it looks like, are you also gonna be heading back to the kitchen? What's up with Green and Mustard? They're ping-ponging between these two. And Peacock's going back to the kitchen. That's really suspicious. I might have to hop back up there with them and see what's going on. It's not Mrs. Peacock. Could be lead pipe, though. So, this kind of looks bad, because I'm sure that Mustard just learned some important information. But let's see what we've just learned. So we now know about the kitchen, that it is definitely not green. And Professor Plum, we already knew that wasn't green. And what about the knife? We already knew that wasn't green either. So actually we really didn't learn very much here. Because Peacock could have shown any of those three. And Mustard could have any of those three himself. So that kind of sucks for us. I'm just going to copy the rest of them and hop right back to the kitchen. Ooh, there's the knife. That was Peacock who had it. Okay, so if Peacock has the knife, what else did I learn? I already know Plum was not green, and I already knew kitchen. Okay, so that's all I learned. But there were some previous guesses that involved the knife, so let me go over my own notes and see if I have deduced anything by now knowing that Peacock has a knife. Okay, so no, I just went over my notes. I did not learn anything definitively by knowing that Peacock has the knife, so I still need some more information. I still need to learn some other things about what these computers are holding. Let's see. So ballroom, we already knew Peacock didn't have that. Miss Scarlet is mine. And wrench is mine. So actually, we know what you just showed, Colonel Mustard. You are the one who has ballroom. So I wonder if these computers are going to stick around here and hang out, and on their following turn they're going to roll to go right back in the kitchen. Peacock, where are you going? You're going to the ballroom. Oh, okay. So you're a little off the trail. Oops, I forgot to mark that, yeah. Scarlet, no. Candlestick, maybe. So I think I am going to... Let's see. Green is blocking the dining room door, so even though I have a great roll, it is not enough to get me to the second door. So thank you, Mr. Green. I'm sure that was not intentional. I don't need to go to ballroom because I know who has it. I guess I can just turn around and go back to kitchen then. I want to make a guess every turn if I can help it, so this is the only way I can do that, is to turn around and go back to the kitchen. Let me try, at the risk of getting the computers onto the correct answer, I'm going to pick a weapon I already have and pick a person I already have, because now this will force the computers to show me the kitchen if any of them have it. And so now if someone shows me the kitchen, I will know definitively it's not the kitchen and I can get the heck out of here. Uh-oh, it is the kitchen. Uh-oh. Okay. Okay. So now what that means is the computers all just watched this happen. Like, the computers now all know that each of them had nothing to show. So they're all have their antennas raised. They're like, oh my god, I might be close to getting it right. It must be kitchen, Scarlet, and wrench or something. So they're probably all going to parrot my guess now. And so they are probably all going to very quickly figure out it's kitchen, if they didn't already know that. But I think they might have already known that, because they've been hovering like bees around this kitchen for several turns now. But at least I now have confirmation of that. Yeah, look at that. So it looks like Green was coming back to the kitchen because he went up. Peacock is going right back to the kitchen, and I bet Mustard's going to do the same. Let's see if they parrot my guess. Yes? No. I think I've shown Peacock the wrench before, so I think she knows that that was a card I had. But she doesn't know that I have Scarlet too. Oh, but now I'm going to be forced to show her. Which means Peacock is now going to know for sure that it's the kitchen, because she already knew that I had wrench, and now she knows I have Scarlet. Well, I can't help that. Nothing I can do about that. Anything that I can write down here? Ooh, here we go. Now we find something new for Candlestick. That's not green. And it's also not mustard, because he just said no. So, Candlestick is looking a little more likely now, because the only person who could have it is Peacock. Oh, dang it. Oh, frick. And there's no way you're wrong. I don't think the computers ever get a wrong guess on Inspector difficulty. Which in my experience, when the computers just say YOLO and go for it on their guesses, they're not wrong. Yeah, she wasn't wrong. Yeah, Peacock beat me to it. So let's see, how close was she really? Candlestick she knew definitively. And obviously Kitchen she just now learned. I guess the computer, she didn't mark this down. That's the card I just showed her was Scarlet. So actually no, she did just get confirmation that it was Plum. So she knew definitively, she knew all three categories. Mr. Green knew the Kitchen for sure. He was thinking it was Wrench, so he was off there, and thinking it was Scarlet, yeah, so he was off. And how about Mustard? Mustard knew it was Kitchen, also was thinking it was Wrench, which is incorrect, and torn between Plum and Scarlet, like what Mrs. Peacock was. And then you've got me, who just figured out that it was the Kitchen, was down to 2 weapons, and was going to lean towards Candlestick, now that I knew 2 people didn't have it. But I really didn't know what to think on person. Out of the 3 that I had left, I had no idea which one it could be. Alright, well, you know, that wasn't too bad. I'm not upset about that. I hadn't played this game in a while, so I'm sure I'm a little bit rusty, and I know, because I remember from my other videos, the Inspector computers are hard to beat. They are difficult, because they figure things out really quickly. I'm not sure how, but they do. So thank you for watching another video on Clue Classic, and I will see you in the next video.